Kathryn, you've got the coin.
Heads is a call. It's heads.
Ball first.
Ball first.
So that's the news from the middle. Sri Lanka have won the toss and they're going to bowl first. Well, Saskia Horley, she's batted really well in the first game of the tournament for Scotland. 61 not out for her, keeping spinners and different bowling options down the line. And Sri Lanka, Chamari Atapatu up the top with Vishmi Gunaratne, the under-19 star.
Play. Here we go. Big appeal, first ball. Priyadharshani wants it, but she's not going to get it. She was mighty impressive. Going to clear mid off. Can't do it, though. Caught it extra cover.
On under lights here and just seemed to catch her a little bit quicker than she was expecting. Yeah, you can see how late she hit that. Hit it pretty much under her eyes, but was looking to...
And this time connecting on a sweep, gets it very fine. It's going to be at least one. They're going to settle for that, though, as very quickly to the ball. And this time Pearson to get behind point. It's going to be a boundary. Scot.
Single for a right arm bowler.
And this time again, soft hands playing very late.
If like that, they're going to fumble it. They don't usually run you out.
And this time hammers a sweep over square leg. Third boundary for Kathryn Bryce.
Things.
And coming down the track is Horley and picks off an easy single out to deep mid wicket. Share as much knowledge as she can with these associate teams to help grow the game. As Bryce is looking red hot here early in the power play.
For this tournament.
Darted in quicker and flatter, and it just provides more pace for Bryce to take advantage of. Back-to-back fours through the squad and fair break. She spoke very positively about that. As Bryce, big appeal.
Side, and I think if she tried 100 times, she wouldn't manage to get that one back onto her stumps. Kathryn Bryce, her front leg goes out, and it's actually hit her inner thigh.
Off balance. This one, half volley on the legs, flicked past deep backward square leg, who took a really poor angle to that ball and turned what really should have been a single. Straight back to Kulasuri, and what a fantastic catch!
Scintillating stuff from the fast bowler Kulasuri. She's hit it on the up a couple of times in this over, Saskia Horley, and look at that.
Bryce goes big, tries to pierce the gap between long on and deep mid wicket. She's going to get two. She was late to respond down the order a little bit to give them a big boost in the middle, as this one strays on the legs of Lister, and it's her first runs wide, deep fine leg in place. Mid off is up in the ring and trying to clear her. Definitely going to open up scoring freedom for the Bryce sisters. What you just talked about, Isabel, it's one thing to have attacking intent, but
Priyadharshani returns.
Edge given.
Keep chopping and changing, Sri Lanka, and don't let any batter get settled against one bowler. This is the arm ball. Watch how this swings away from Bryce. Look at the umpire there, because she was pretty adjacent, but she goes on the second attempt, looks to play straight.
Was that 51 for 5 here in the 10th over? Floats it up, a teaser, and it comes off the pads. This is probably going to be signaled as a leg by, and it is, so that will preserve. Yeah, you look at somebody like Ailsa Lister. Again, a teenager coming out of the Under-19 World Cup.
Blasts it back, manages to just get a half hand on it, does Priyadharshani. Saved a certain boundary. Dilhari coming on with her right arm off spin. Ailsa Lister lifts it, and just soon. Just give yourself one delivery to see what she's going to do.
When we saw a Superwoman effort earlier, laying out full extension, this was more standing in the phone booth in South Africa.
Take outside edge. Manages to play it late. Won't get all the way again. It'll just be a couple. So every time that Scotland draw a blow. Now, Dilhari continues. Reverse sweep from Lorna Jack. Catches it fine. Gets good action over the top of the ball as well. And that one will trickle over. That will take... Give yourself the opportunity to make a big score to win the game. Don't be happy with losing by just 20 or 30 against the bigger nations. Cut away by Kathryn Fraser. Just too wide from Atapatu. And... floated up and beautifully timed by Lorna Jack. Too full from Dilhari. Swinger, quicker, and straight through Kathryn Fraser. Well, and Fraser goes for 9.
Very clever from Dilhari.
She really does need to get some runs for her team, though. Maybe another match-winning performance. Nope, it's straight back to the bowler. Up speak, and she's straight back out.
Oh, from the highs of 2 nights ago, this is a very deep low. Threw the shot just a touch early.
Arm spin. Lorna Jack dances down and once again manages to bisect the field.
Off Karunaratne.
A little tickle around the corner. Well, cheeky stuff from Lorna Jack. She's made Jamari Atapatu chase that one all the way to the rope. Upish and come back. Drew Jack forward. Such a dangerous pitch to bat on if you don't wait for the ball under your eyes.
Kumari to Dilhari.
Facing her first delivery there. Launches it long. More high than long though. Jamari Atapatu takes the catch.
Deliveries B. They do have a healthy net run rate advantage based on their margin of victory yesterday. There, things just went from bad to worse for Scotland.
Wickets shared around. That's the end of the first innings. Scotland only managing to amass 94 runs. So in the second half, Sri Lanka will need 95 from 20 overs. And that's taking away all of the Australian, England and Indian teams. But they're the two that really stand out for me. Kathryn Bryce, big in swinger, and finds a gap between bat and pad for
Scotland and USA.
Vintage Atapatu. You cannot give her that width at that length because she down the leg side for Atapatu, and that's actually into her hitting arc. There is protection out there. Lorna Jack comes around, almost manages to let it slip past her for a boundary.
You're gonna have to tell me about it.
Walks down, lifts that one. Will that one be the one that makes it all the way? No. 1, 2, 3. Bounce comes back with for her second over. 2 straight. And there's no fielder down there. These two face each other in franchise.
Facing Kathryn Bryce is something that she's relishing with shots like this. Both sides of the wicket, first through fine leg, and difference in the feel out there.
Flicked away, and that's vintage Jamari Atapatu. The acceleration through the ball is just unmatched.
It's got a grin on her face because the acceleration and the wrists, the timing wanted.
Well, that one went where Chatterjee wanted, but
Getting to test yourself against a higher caliber player, you learn so much in these opportunities.
picked up by Jamari Atapatu down leg side. Because as we said, the margin for error is so small. Because if you get it a little bit wide, that's what happens. Smeared through the offside.
Off stump, you're asking for trouble.
Wide again. This time goes along the ground, but finds the similar gap, and it's back to back.
Abel charges in, and edge put down by Sarah Bryce. Chloe Abel, who bowled so well against Ireland in the warm-up. Chloe Abel Edge again. And another missed chance. 2 in the over. It's slightly unsighted because of the angle that Abel is using coming over the wicket. And here's another chance on the very next ball. Slater camping under it at point and puts it down. Nice loop from Maksud. It's going to be another 2 here. A lot of distance to cover for Darcy Carter. And in spite of her best efforts, brings up a half century. And you hear the whistles. The supporters, the bench, everybody. Boundary riders for Scotland. Cover sweeper, long on, long off, deep square leg. And doesn't matter. Chamri goes straight over the bowler. Straight. 3 chances put down in 1 over off of Chloe Abel. And that time, nothing she could do about that. No chance on offer there.
Game the most. So it depends whether you think the bowlers as Gunaratne climbs into that one and sends it for
these tournaments. So it's a chance for them to rebuild their confidence after the shellacking they're taking here. And he's been brought into the ring. And this time flicked past Lorna Jack at square leg. It's going to trickle almost to the rope. And Darcy Carter lets it trickle in. It's not going to count as a boundary. The batter's crossed before the ball reached the line. But high ambitions after their win over Uganda on the opening day. And Sri Lanka showing who's boss here. 2 batters, that's all that was needed for Sri Lanka. Future on offer as well as the present for Sri Lanka, getting them across the line and very early. And there you have it. Dilhari, career best figures of 4 for 13. Scotland for 94. Or will it be Chamari Atapatu with the half century in the chase? Here's a look at the updated points table. And